Hey, this is James, the unofficial mayor of Cowboy Country. So glad you are here. I've got a big smile on my face because I went 11-3 in my picks last week. So let's get right into it. Will admit I was wrong about Texas versus Alabama. I thought Bama would score a lot, but their quarterback tended to scramble whenever his first two receivers weren't open. And a lot of times he would run right into a Texas defender. So Texas won 34-24. Good job for the Longhorns. Really proves that Bama's not invincible. If you remember last Friday, Kansas beat Illinois 34-23. Good job, Jayhawks. And my understanding is Jalen Daniels didn't play. He should be back next week, so that's a good thing. Obviously, I was there for Oklahoma State at Arizona State. I left early just because I was tired. I started that day at 4 in the morning so I could go to the airport, fly to Phoenix. But kind of like Kansas State a couple years ago, by the time I got to my car, Oklahoma State was ahead. Got to the hotel room and finished watching final score 27-15 Oklahoma State. So good job, Cowboys. Was right about Utah versus Baylor, although the Bears fought and played much better than they did in week one, but the Utes won 20-13. I was wrong about Oregon versus Texas Tech, although Tech was much more competitive in this one. They lost 38-30. So it's very difficult to beat Texas Tech in Lubbock, but obviously Oregon's got a pretty good team. Kansas State, they rolled against Troy. I've been telling people for a while, and I'm going to stick to it, that Will Howard is the real deal. In my mind, he is the best quarterback in the Big 12, and Kansas State beat them easily, 42-13. Obviously, they're going to have much stiffer competition against Missouri next week. OU beat SMU 28-11. I thought the Mustangs would score more points than that, but OU's got a pretty stout defense, and that's what Brent Venables is known for. So kudos to the Sooners. BYU obviously beat Southern Utah. It was 41-16. I'm surprised Southern Utah even scored that many points. Iowa, I did pick Iowa to beat Iowa State because Hunter Deckers is not playing. Not sure even after the plea deal if he'll even get to play this year. But 20-13, Iowa State just doesn't have a whole lot of offense. West Virginia, obviously, I picked them over Duquesne, and they scored. It was 56-17. Garrett Green is a very athletic, mobile quarterback. Can run, probably run better than he can throw. But 56-17, West Virginia. I was wrong about Cincy versus Pitt. I'm kind of glad I was wrong because obviously Cincy's now in the Big 12. They represent the conference, and they beat Pitt 27-21. UCF did beat Boise State 18-16, and I'd say barely because they had a last-minute field goal to win. Give me a little tea from Chick-fil-A. Rice barely beat Houston in double overtime. It was one of those things, and God rest his soul, Golden Blue dude, but he had a saying that if it was a 50-50 game, if it was even, then you give the home team the nod, and that's the only reason I picked Rice. So, good job to the Owls. And then last, of course, TCU played Nicholls, and I made the comment last week that I wouldn't want to be Nicholls. TCU was mad about losing to Colorado, and TCU came out and just throttled them 41-6. So I left my remarkable at work, unfortunately, but tomorrow we will do the picks for week 3. So leave a comment below if there's a stadium you want me to go see in the future. But until then, if you are new, please hit like and subscribe. If you know a sports fan, tell them about this channel. There's a pretty good chance I've already done the stadium of their favorite team if they're not an Oklahoma State fan. I can say after seeing Arizona State in person, I got to see Las Vegas's new stadium in person, and I even got to do a video on the Arizona Cardinals stadium, State Farm. If you haven't seen that, you can go back and look at that. But if you add that to my list, I'm up to 80 college, pro, and bowl stadiums. So there's a pretty good chance that if you don't like Oklahoma State and you like another team, that I've probably done their stadium. So go back and look. My goal is to get to 100 by the end of 2024. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching. And as always, go Pokes.